Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Hello, this is the Italian Wine Podcast. My name is Monty. My guest today is Jacopo Fanciulli. Welcome, Jacopo.
Hi, Monty. Nice to talk to you.
So let's get a bit of background on you. You've worked in various sectors of the wine industry. Tell us a little bit about what you've done so far.
Basically, I've done in cellar, like cellar end. That was my first experience in the wine world in Liguria.
Okay, is that where you're from?
I'm from Liguria and I started work there in wineries, yeah. Then in public relation, sometimes in vineyard during the harvest period, but this is just a passion. I always go to the harvest from somewhere in some friend's winery.
So in terms of what you're doing now, what would you say the benefits, the pros and cons are of being closer to wine production, whether in the vineyard or the cellar?
Okay, the pros is that I have a knowledge in every step of wine production. The cons are that I have a knowledge in every step of wine production, so sometimes it's too difficult to take distances from that world. To be more objective and non-subjective, especially if you have to present some winery or some wines that I know everything about it.
Yeah, that is difficult with your sort of personal love and your professional hat, so to
Yes.
speak. Okay.
That sometimes is difficult. It's the pros, the cons is the same. But knowing everything is amazing. Is the best part to know people.
Okay, well, talking of people, you were working with an international team. How was it being the only Italian member on that team of writers and authors?
Oh, it was terrible because I had to write in English. That is not my mother language, but I write the book in English without writing in Italian before. But it was amazing. I felt like a part of an international group. I didn't care if I was the only Italian.
How difficult is it, or how do you manage to distill all the information that you have in a book and to filter out any extra information that you think maybe shouldn't be in there? How difficult is the editing process and the production process, the writing process?
Oh, that's a good question. Basically, I started writing down everything I knew and everything I'd found during some researches. And after that, I read what I wrote and start cutting out, this is too geeky. I cut out all the percentage. If I was talking about soils, just mention the structure of the soil, not the percentage of clay, sand, or everything.
Okay, so
try to make it as simple as I could.
Sorry, were there any regions that were particularly difficult to make, to edit?
Piemonte was one of the difficult to make easier because Piemonte is so complicated, so many different grapes, so many different soils. Is history also there, so was the most complicated to make it simple.
And what was one of the easier ones?
The easier one was for me was Liguria. It was totally easy, right, about Liguria.
Okay, this is not on the list, and I'll probably get fired, but what's your favourite Ligurian wine?
Oh, this is tricky, but I will go with Ligurian Grenache.
Wow.
That is Granaccia in Liguria, yeah.
That's quite a left field choice. That's interesting. Okay, so using the Jumbo Shrimp Guide, if I'm an experienced wine student, is that book still going to be of interest to me? Would I use it differently from, say, just a wine lover?
Yeah, I think so. So the book is meant to be understandable by the beginners, the wine lover. But I think if you are a person with background in wines, you can just read the book with another point of view. I like to explain this. This is going to be boring. But it's like when you read the Little Prince, that is a book for children. You can read it more than one time in a life, and when you grow up, you understand things in that book that are not understandable by a child.
That's a great analogy. Really good. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it is. It's funny how you read books, you read them once and then you read them again and you read them again and you still pick stuff up. So obviously Liguria is a very special place, is where you're from. Did you ever used to go hunting in the forests there? And if you did you have any problems with cinghiali, the wild boar? Why are you laughing?
Yeah. I'm laughing because that's a question. I'm not a hunter, but I love doing trek and Nordic walking in the woods, and there are some places with a lot of wild boar now. Yes, there are a lot of them, so you can do some encounter that are not so easy to face. And then wild boar are a problem for vineyards in a lot of places in Liguria.
Yeah, and what's your final question, which isn't on the list, but I'm going to stick one in there. Your favourite Ligurian dish and favourite wine from Liguria to have with that dish?
Oh.
Wow, stumped.
This is tricky. That's because I said that my favorite dish was Grenache, but now I'm changing everything. One of my favorite dishes is capo magro, that is this kind of layered salad with fish and vegetables. And it's perfect with Vermentino from Luni or Pigato from the Western area.
Perfect. You're making me feel hungry. Jacopo, thanks very much for coming in today on the Italian Wine Podcast. I'm really looking forward to actually reading the whole book. I've only seen a tiny extract, and the text I've seen, it makes a lot of complicated stuff finally understandable. So well done to you, Jacopo, and also to your team. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview. Bye.
Take it easy.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, cin cin.